6 and 1, Elder Lawyer. Hosea 6 and 1. And I need you to go to Isaiah 44.
Hosea 6 verse number 1.
Come on.
Come, and let us return unto the Lord.
Come and let us return unto the Most High. Now, some people might ask, well, I'm fairly new at this. I just found out that we are the children of Israel. I never even heard of this doctrine. What is my first step in returning to the Most High? You might ask that question. Well, your first step is to renounce all Gentile religion. Because by doing that, you're now what? Following the first commandment. The first commandment is that we cannot have no other God before the God of Israel. Okay? So the first thing you do is to renounce all religion that's been given to us by Gentiles. Gentiles are non-Israelites. Like the Pope. The Pope is a Gentile. The people over in Israel right now are converted. They converted into Judaism during the time of Hyrcanus, the Maccabean period. But they are Gentiles. We can't get the information from those people who claim to have some similitude of the Torah because they're Gentiles. Okay? Those people did what? They morphed the Babylonian religion with what? The Torah and the Tanakh, and created their own religion. No, that's Satan's religion. So the first thing we must do is cut off those who have been lying to us by walking away from those religions. T.D. Jakes, Creative Flow of Dollars, all these prominent people that are propped up in front of us are controlled. Are controlled by who? There's I put it this way. I can put it this way. There's a level of Zionism as an extreme ideology. Okay, I can put it that way. There's an ideology of Zionism. Look it up. Where they get themselves in position of where? Business, academia, and religion. If you want to take it on the next level, Zionism was created out of the Jesuit order. The Jesuit order are the dark knights of Rome who control, who have their hands in business, academia, and religion. There's not a place where business operates where they're not at the helm of it. So when you look at T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, all of them, they are controlled. They have to teach the ideology that was administered to them to control our people. Okay? Now it does. Some people might say, well, some things what these brothers say are beneficial. In earnest, okay. I can accept that. Some things they say does help our people get through a day and inspire them to be better people. But my answer to that is the tree of good and evil had good on it too. They're not teaching the doctrine of Christ. As pastors claiming to be what? Ministers of the word. You don't need to go to a pastor to get a presentation, a motivational speech. A Satanist can give you one of those and make you feel good for today. Okay? A Satanist can present you with on a motivational platform and give you some constructive understanding to help you in life. But that's not the doctrine. And I think far too long our people has confused the two. Okay? Read that again for me, Elder Lawyer.
Hosea 6 verse 1. Come, and let us return unto the Lord.
Come and let us return unto the Most High.
For he hath torn, and he will heal us.
First thing we must do is renounce all Gentile religions, all idolatry in the belief of any religion or any belief outside of the Bible's narrative. Second, we must put down the sins the Bible highlights. Okay, sin is a transgression of the law given to Moses. We must put down all those sins to be accepted. Third, but not least, now we have recognized our sin. As enemies of God, sinning in this earth, we've recognized our sin. Enemies of God, hereby making us enemies of God's people. We now repent. We ask the Most High to forgive our past actions and ask the Most High to wash away the darkness we've developed through breaking His law in the earth. And we go into the water with that knowledge and come up a new creature. And that's what it means. Come and let us return unto the Lord. Read.
For he hath torn, and he will heal us.
He hath torn us. Why did he tear us out of our land? For breaking the commandments. For breaking the commandments. And that's why I don't understand that how people are still going for that nonsense in the Christian church when they tell you the commandments are done away with. That's destructive doctrine. That means that the Most High God accepts chaos and confusion. Without law, without commandments, there is no order. Well, we're under grace. Yeah, if you're saying you're under grace, that implies there's a law. Grace is not an excuse to break God's law on purpose. Okay? When the pastor say, well, we're not under the law, we're under grace. Grace from what? Grace from what? The law. So you don't even understand what the Bible is saying, what Paul was speaking when he says you're not under the law, but under grace. You don't even understand what that means. Because there's a different law that works in our members that came with the sin of Adam. Which brings forth death. The grace allows us to repent before what? Death comes. It doesn't mean you can sin on purpose. See? Come on.
He hath smitten, and he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us.
2 days he will revive us. The revival is happening now. The 2 days is within that what? 2,000 years from Christ's birth. Within that time, Israel, the children of Israel, would begin to revive. Now, I need y'all to think about something that's revived. Revive implies that that person was what? Huh? They were flatlined. They were in the valley of the dry bones and graves with no understanding of their true origin and purpose. And the Most High came and went boom and woke us up. I'm like, hold up. You mean to tell me I thought I was Negro? No, you're Israel. You Israel. Join my army. I'm coming for war. Oh, man, I thought I was Puerto Rican. Boom. You being revived and you wake up. Whoa. You're Ephraim. Join my army. I'm coming for war. You weren't meant to serve these other nations. So we're being revived with our true purpose. And for the first time, we can open up this Bible and understand it for ourselves without Gentile influences. And that scares the bejesus out of them. Can't take your call. Sorry. Let me turn that. Let me sign off of that. Come on, owner. Can't do it. Can't do it. Sorry. Sorry about that. And that scares the Gentile powers to death. Why? No Israelites, no slaves. Go ahead, Elder Lawyer.
After 2 days will he revive us.
Come on.
And in the third day he will raise us up.
He will raise us up.
And we shall live in his sight.
And we shall live in his sight as the children of Israel. Now, once we obtain that information, Isaiah 44. Once the Most High bring us out of our graves, we realize that we're not Gentiles. We're not Hamites. See, that was one of the biggest lies they told on us here in the Western world, that blacks were Hamites. That was a lie. Okay. There's a clear distinction between what a Hamite looks like and an Israelite. A Hamite looks more so like an East Indian. The dark East Indians with the yellow, white looking eyes and the black stringy hair, that's what a Hamite looks like. Okay? Oh yeah, why am I in slavery? Oh, you in slavery because you're living the curse, the curses. You're the cursed seed of Ham. Wink, wink. We're looking into an entirely different race, trying to find our true origin and purpose. An entirely different race. So we go look in the Bible and Ham. We're like, what is this? Yeah, that means you're not even considered as God's chosen people. Okay, you were meant to serve the whole earth, serve it and love it. Shut up, Ham. This is what they taught in their doctrines, folks. This is what they're teaching in their doctrines. Okay? No, we're not Ham. If you want to talk about the people who were cursed to serve, why didn't you pastors, with all that knowledge and you theologian schools, why didn't you take people to Deuteronomy 28 to show exactly what happened to our people in slavery? Our families being torn apart, us planting your vineyards, building your houses, your plantations, going into captivity in cargo slave ships, serving in a foreign land that we knew not. Why go to Ham with all this wealth of information of Israelites who were prophesied to serve? I need y'all to think about that. That never really set right with me, where they'll give you a dead end. Yeah, you're Ham. That means you're a servant of servants. You were born to serve us forever, is what they're teaching through that Hamitic doctrine. Well, if we Ham, who are you? A white teacher, white pastor, white priest, white cardinal, white pope? Who are you? Oh, ain't it obvious? We're the chosen people. We're running everything, right? It's obvious. We're the chosen, and you shut up and serve me. Nah. No longer will they hold our minds captive. Which is why they got this fake crap you see running a campaign on the earth to bring forth the mark of the beast, because they're losing control of the children of Israel's minds. Come on, Elder Lawyer. So once you get that knowledge of the revival, come on.
Isaiah 44 verse 5. One shall say, I am the Lord's.
One will wake up and say, you know what? I'm not supposed to follow Allah. That's the Arabs' God. That's the Persians' God. I'm not God. Who's God? That's El. That can be any God. Okay? I'm not going to follow no Buddhist. Who going to follow, a fat Asian guy? This is how you know we are lost people, when we are running into all these crazy satanic religions with no knowledge of ourselves. But the Most High said through the revival, what would happen, read?
One shall say, I am the Lord's.
I am the Lord's.
And another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
And one, the awakening would begin, and we would call ourselves after a name of Jacob. We would realize that we're the sons and daughters of Israel. Read.
And